In real life, Robin is 36 years old, a college graduate, and a single mom. But over the phone,
hi, this is Night Flirt.
She's 23.
Who's this?
A college co-ed.
How are you today?
And #1 in the submissive category on nightflirt.com.
Well, I'm a phone sex operator, and I take calls from my home from 8 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon and talk with people who are lonely.
She works 35 hours a week. She makes more than $60,000 a year.
It was a good opportunity for me because I'm a single parent, and you can't find anything here right now where I live. It's just everybody is under. Nobody has work. Are you ready to start?
They say sex sells, and in this economy, it seems phone sex is selling out.
I think that with the depression that has been hitting people as individuals, I think that my business has actually increased. I know a lot of the other girls have said the same thing.
Robin charges $1.49 a minute and $15 an email.
Hey there, where are you? I'm sitting here at home wanting to play.
She also gets tips and gifts, from a $5,000 bedroom set to this couch to $2,000 in Tiffany jewelry. But where does financial success meet moral responsibility?
If you have a better answer, then by all means share it with the class. If you don't, then you need to understand that right now is a bad economy.
And for some, a bad economy can blur the difference between right and wrong. In fact, in a recent study, a full 28% of people said they would act immorally, including lying or backstabbing, to keep their job. And 13% said in a tough spot, their sense of ethics would go out the door.
What we have seen is people are a little bit more compromising in terms of the options that they're open to.
Robin says her job doesn't define her, and at the end of the day, it is just that.
It's a good punchline at a club or something, but it's work. That's all it is. Pays the bills.
It may not be the job she wants, but at least today, it's getting her what she needs. Janie Porter, 10 Connects.
And Robin says the most that she made on one call is nearly $600.
Fresh, no microwave, and no freezer. That's how this fusion of flavor is served up on Fire Monkey Food Truck.
We buy locally and fresh as much as we can.
A few years ago, if you would have told Cindy and Sam Dudding they'd one day own a food truck, they might have thought you were bananas.
I thought it was the craziest idea I've ever heard. I still think that sometimes. I think you have to be just a little bit insane to do this.
Food trucks are a booming industry in other markets like Austin and Los Angeles, where thousands of food trucks roll by on a daily basis. And Sam, who has been his own boss since 1989, running other small businesses, wanted to get in on the game early in Tampa Bay.
I like being self-employed. I like being an entrepreneur.
The website Mashable points to the downturn in the economy for the upswing in food truck popularity because, quite simply, it's a less expensive way to run a restaurant, but no easier.
There's aspects of the business that are very fun, and there are aspects that are just unbelievably difficult.
With the help of friends up north, the Duddings bought the food truck and hired the chef, but the truck needed a name.
There's a little joke about me supposedly setting a fire to keep them from getting married.
She didn't start the fire that burned down the reception hall, but the incident did spark the name and helps the truck get noticed since they fired up the grill on Labor Day, as does social media like Facebook and Twitter.
We post where we're going to be, we'll post our menu, and then they'll come visit us. It's pretty cool.
Fire Monkey Food Truck is among about a dozen or more food trucks in Tampa Bay, a number that continues to grow. And the Duddings like it that way.
And the more the merrier. Orlando probably has 60 trucks on the road, Miami even more than that. We look forward to the day when Tampa has 40, 50 trucks on the road.
Now, of course, Fire Monkey Food Truck, their story is just one of many stories of the food truck owners in Tampa Bay.
how passionate could you be about something that you've never even tried? Well, a local Clearwater man found answers to that question in a way you'll never believe. Here, 10 Connect's photojournalist Ben Reiff introduces us to Nick McMurdy and tells us how Nick is taking his new hobby to the extreme.
You can't really turn ideas off. If you have an idea at 7, then that's when you have an idea. I just think these are more engaging. Any day I could be reviewing radio, I could be writing headlines for print, I could be coming up with promotions. Did you book the conference room? Right now I'm probably late to go look at some director reels. You're really keeping me from that right now. I hope you feel bad about that. Yeah. I don't think he should have firearms. A lot of people, when they have a wild idea, they just sort of laugh at it and move on. But I think just the personalities of the people here, this idea was born
nice and easy like this
in this seat. Yeah, maybe I'll enter myself in the NHL draft.
Awesome!
A couple months ago, I got this wild idea because I've never played ice hockey. So I thought I would play hockey, and the idea came up, why don't we just shoot for the moon and just enter the draft? Like, I don't even know if we're allowed to do that, but it's not stopped us yet.
Good job.
I was never the best athlete. I always worked hard, and that's what I'm trying to put into this.
Being drafted in NHL is just, I know the percentage. Even if you're a great hockey player, they are very slim. There we go.
I think a lot of people hear the word impossible and it deters them. They're like, it's not worth trying. Me, I hear the word impossible and I'm like, I want to prove you wrong.
How crazy are you?
How crazy am I? I guess we're going to see.
In a moment, I'm going to look at how much time people are expected to spend at work not working, and also the really incredible amount of money that is gambled over this March Madness period and your office pool and other bets. First, though, the Bulls. You know, it's spring break here on campus, but the few people you see, you can tell they're wearing their green and gold. They're enthusiastic about this. So wherever the students are spending their time, you know that the partying is going to grind to a stop at 9 o'clock tonight. People are going to put on their 2 ties. I got my green and gold. You know what? This is not enthusiastic enough. Ben, flip the switch. Okay, now things are green and gold enough for us to really enjoy tonight's game.
I'm 10 News reporter Grayson Comm is live in the pit. Grayson?
All right, we are out here at the pit lane with EJ Viso, whose car is in the pits right now in the middle of practice. EJ, how are you feeling, my friend? How you feeling, buddy?
Oh, great, man. First laps in the track. Things are going pretty smooth. Already trying to do some minor changes to get the car going, and I think it's going to be a great weekend.
It's like impossible to hear you. But I heard you said there's first laps on a new track and you're loving it. So they have a brand new Indy car. It's designed to be sleeker and safer than the ones that have run out here in the past. And they are now getting their very first practice laps out on the race course.
Grayson, you've been having a lot of fun out there today.
Allison, you know, outside you've got all these preparations and practice going on for Airfest to make it a great show. I, though, am up inside the flight deck of a KC-135. These are the jets, the big, beautiful jets you see flying around MacDill Air Force Base all year round. They get a special place of honor at Airfest. They park right up front, right as you walk in. Normally, really a cool privilege to be able to sit up here, but this weekend, come on out, bring the kids. The idea behind Airfest is to be amazed by what's happening overhead and down on the ground. Get hands-on.
Ceremonies like this morning, it's all part of the healing process.
In honor of Sergeant Banger and K-9 Officer Yaslowitz, who lost their lives in the line of duty 1 year ago today.
It was a somber moment marking down to the minute, 7:29 a.m. when the call went out over dispatch 1 year ago. Officers down, shots fired.
Everybody remembers where they were when 9/11 happened. I always remember where I was on January 24th.
It had been 30 years since the St. Petersburg Police Department lost an officer in the line of duty, but January 24th changed all that. Inside the St. Pete home, Sergeant Thomas Banger and Officer Jeffrey Yaslowitz were among the officers who went inside to find a fugitive wanted on an aggravated battery warrant.
It was very chaotic. Shots were being fired from the bad guy. We were shooting back. and still in the thought of getting to Tom once he fell, but getting to Yaz, who was in a very bad situation. It was just difficult because at one point I could not get to Yaz.
Batinger and Yaslowitz didn't make it out alive after the suspect 39-year-old Hydra Lacey opened fire from the attic. 1 year later, the pain hasn't gone away, and the healing continues for the department, but also for the families left behind.
They were good people doing what we do every day, and that it does go wrong, and that no matter how good you are, you can't change the outcome of some situations.
Now, I'm working with 10 News photojournalist Ben Reiff, and he covered the story that morning, and just talking with him this morning throughout the memorial and even the last couple of hours. And they were there, you heard the gunshots there, and it's that moment when he says you really realize what was going on, that the officers putting their lives on the line, exchanging gunfire with that suspect, and it makes you realize as a photojournalist, as a journalist covering this story, just how these officers really do every day put themselves in the line of danger.
A lot of folks here are frothing at the mouth here. Football season right around the corner. There's 3 of us here in studio. I'm putting you in that mix too because I know you're a football fan. Bucks training camp is well underway, we should tell you.
Yeah, there's a shot for that frothing problem you have. Photojournalist Ben Reiff talks to fans and what they expect for the upcoming season.
They had a 3-win season, a carousel of quarterbacks, and endured enough criticism to sink the ship. But to these fans, these pewter Pirates are still their boys of summer.
I've supported the Bucks for a long time, and not going to stop anytime soon.
I see guys trying their darndest to make the team and to make it a better team.
At Buccaneers training camp, it's more than just watching practice. It's getting a glimpse of your favorite player.
I love Ernest Graham.
Watching some football with Dad and scoring autographs from, well, who are they scoring autographs from?
We don't know. We'll look up the names, we'll look up the numbers when we get home.
By the way, big number 67 is rookie George Johnson out of Rutgers. So even with all the things that didn't go right for last year's squad, optimism and expectation don't appear to be in short supply.
No option. They have to go up.
And I don't think we are going to get any worse. So I think that, you know, we're just going to build on top of what we did last year.
I think they'll come back. We're staying optimistic.
At Bucks training camp, Ben Reiff, 10 News.
The Outback Pro-Am kicking off today and continuing all weekend long in Odessa. The goal is to raise money for charity, but as 10 News photojournalist Ben Reiff found out, for some of the celebrity golfers, it's not all about what you might think.
When celebrities and pros meet for the annual Outback Steakhouse Pro-Am Golf Tournament, they all agree. It's a great way to give back.
It isn't very often they get the opportunity to get out and play some golf, have a great time, and also have it benefit so many people.
Supporting Outback and the numerous charities that they're involved with. It's a great bunch of guys.
But even in an off-season that could be much longer than Bucks cornerback Rondé Barber would prefer, he still keeps the competitive drive alive.
I'm doing more golf than I probably should be, but I'm still working out.
So when they say it's all for charity, know that they're only partially right.
No, I got one person to beat, and that's Derek Brooks. Everybody else is just an also-ran in my mind. Derek, I think, won this thing a couple of years ago. I think I've only beaten him once.
Anybody out here who you kind of have in your sights?
Well, that's so funny because I want to be Rondé, you know, because last year I played with him in the Lake Tahoe event out in Lake Tahoe, and he beat me. So that's my mission this year, beat Rondé.
At TPC Tampa Bay,
we just started to have a good time.
Ben Reiff, 10 News.